There, well, Einat Wilf is a member of the Knesset for the Israeli Independence Party, and she joins us now on the line. Einat Wilf, the people at the demonstration clearly believe this is a very important moment for defining the direction of Israel. Would you agree?
Absolutely, and I'm very happy to see that so many people are waking up to the importance of this issue, that they're fighting against it, and that they no longer agree with the idea that we should be tolerant of intolerant attitudes, even if they're among small communities.
But you have a multicultural society, don't you? And that is one of the dangers, if you like. It's one of the things that spins out of that.
Well, I think for a very long time we imported the idea that because of multiculturalism, one should be tolerant of intolerant attitudes within small communities, because that's the new liberal multicultural ideal. And just as Europe is waking up from that illusion, so are we. And we understand that if you allow extremist groups, if you allow small, closed communities that have intolerant attitudes, these attitudes ultimately spill over. So a society cannot just stand by, and we cannot stand by in Israel. And we are putting our foot down and making it very clear that these are not our values, and we will not tolerate them even in small, closed communities.
Whose fault is it that it has come to this?
Well, we've always had the occasional kind of flare-up between secular and religious. But, and this is part of Israel's battle for the public space. We have atheist communists, we have many secular people, traditional people, and we have ultra-Orthodox, and we have people who are extremely ultra-Orthodox, and we constantly negotiate what it means to live together. And that occasionally there's friction, and occasionally we reach certain agreements. But I think many people are saying that when it comes to women, the issue of equality between men and women is one of our core values, and we will not tolerate it, and certainly not in the name of tradition and not in the name of religion.
But the problem is that, for example, in this town, you have had a sign-up for 6 years calling for segregation between men and women. That was technically illegal, but the police turned a blind eye to it. Now they've come in, and that has created violence. We now have these demonstrations. The fact that this wasn't dealt with for so long, does that not potentially create a far bigger problem than otherwise?
Absolutely. I agree that even in education, my argument is that if you tolerate minor incidents, they ultimately become big problems. So I'm very happy that people are waking up to this, and they're understanding that it's no longer a small problem, and they're making it very clear that they will not tolerate it. And it's true. When you don't deal with a problem when it's small, you ultimately have to deal with it when it's huge.
Well, what is the way forward? Demonstrations, we've seen the police go in and met with violent protests. What next?
Ultimately, it has to be about politics. We negotiate the public sphere in demonstrations, but mostly in politics. And I think we will need to see the current spirit mobilized into political spirit that says the majority of moderate Israelis, the majority of moderate Orthodox Israelis don't believe that religion and tradition can be used in order to segregate women and to call for inequality between men and women.
Einat Wilf, thank you very much.